Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Doyle, aka the Big D of Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews, with a special review for an anniversary. As today I bring to you the SpongeBob SquarePants Movie, which opened 15 years ago today. Released by Paramount along with Nickelodeon, who of course aired the show after it was on kind of a slight hiatus and semi-cancellation, but it was canceled, but it was still doing well. However, after the success of this movie, the show was back again. Anyway, the film of course is based on the popular tune that's been around for absolutely an easy 20 years. Yeah. And also, we lost the creator of the show, Steven Hillenburg, last year, which he directed the film and produced it. Anyway, now, of course, the movie has the same voice actors from the actual show, including Tom Kenny, who voices the title character, Bill Fagerbakke as his friend Patrick Star, Clancy Brown as Mr. Krabs, Roger Bumpus as Squidward, and Mr. Lawrence as Plankton, who once again is up to no good, and apparently he is up to something. But now, I will give you 5 seconds to stop this video, because I am going to tell you about this movie. So if you've not seen this movie, I order you to stop this video right now. Here's 5 seconds. Okay, now, here we go. Now, we start out, in the real world, where we see a pirate ship out and about. One of the crews bring up a special treasure chest up, and I checked the cast listing. It's Captain Bart finds what's inside. It's ticket to the SpongeBob movie, and then they break into singing the SpongeBob SquarePants theme song and head off to the theater just to see the movie. Now, if you watch closely, maybe at the beginning, or maybe once the movie's past the end credits, you'll actually see that the usher the pirates encounter is actually the gal who played Ursula in Spider-Man 2, which came out a few months before this, as a matter of fact. Yep, you better believe it, but I'm sure some of y'all probably didn't, but if you haven't, surprise! Well, anyway, SpongeBob's having a dream, and he's become a big star. The manager of the up-and-coming Krusty Krab 2, opening next door to the original, as Mr. Krabs is planning to make more money, like he always wants to have some money. And SpongeBob's really excited and tells his friend Patrick that after the big promotion, he and Patrick are on party at their favorite joint, Goofy Goober's Ice Cream Party Boat. Oh yeah. So SpongeBob's off. And, SpongeBob's getting too eager and excited. Even after he had a run with Plankton, and he's really upset and everything, and talking to his computer wife Karen, and explains that every plan of his has failed from A to Y. Yeah, Karen's puzzled by that. And Plankton's like, yeah, A to Y, the alphabet. And so Karen's like, what about Z? Z? Yeah, it's like, WXYZ. Here it is, Plan Z. Just like you said. Oh, brother. And it was like a centerfold. He said it's evil. And stuff like that. And he believes that Plan Z can't possibly fail him now. So, meanwhile, SpongeBob doesn't even hear Krabs saying it's Squidward that got the manager's job. Boy, he is shocked by it, and Krabs explains to him that this one was just a kid. It's like, and to be a manager, you have to be a man. Otherwise, they call it kidager. Yeah. Then Patrick comes along and holding a flag ring between Buoy and Crash Lands. Cheering for SpongeBob and, well, wrecks the presentation. Anyway, Plankton starts Plan Z and plans to rob the crown of King Neptune, voiced by Jeffrey Tambor, who also was in a superhero movie that same year. He was in Hellboy. But anyway, but he's always mean and rude, just trying to execute everyone, what have you. So his daughter Mindy, voiced by Scarlett Johansson, pre-Avengers era, manages to try to get her pop to mellow out. But anyway, and he explains that this crown was his crown was for his hands, was to protect his bald spot. It's not bald, it's thinning. It's thinning. I'm sorry, I keep messing up putting F with TH. Whoops, my apologies, everyone. I hate it when that happens. That's not always happened since I was a kid, but I'll try it. Yeah, but soon so you're gonna be wearing this, and she's like, I'm gonna be bald. He's like, thinning! Oh boy, it's so funny. And so the crowd's gone, and Plankton flies off, and well, SpongeBob's upset over all of this. It's like he just forgot all about it, but then Patrick's like, hey, it's the new Krusty Krab 2 manager. He's like, ah! It's like, yeah, Mr. Krabs didn't give me the job. What? Why? Mr. Krabs thinks I'm a kid. Oh boy. Well, apparently, and they're in the nut bar. Waiter gives him, here's your goober meal, sir. It's like, oh, I'm supposed to get a toy with this? And thanks. So, he's just feeling too depressed, old SpongeBob. Then when the waiter gives Patrick a big sundae called a triple gooberberry sunrise, he was liking that. SpongeBob's enjoying it too. I guess I could use one of those. And Patrick's like, no, you're talking. Hey, waiter, bring another one over here. And so they start devouring one by one. Oh, Mr. Waiter! And Waiter's like, why do I always get the nuts? Oh boy. Oh, now I act like they're all drunk and, well, it's the next morning. Waiter's telling me, pick up your friend and go home. It's like, when he said it was 9 o'clock, it's like, I'm late for work. Mr. Krabs is gone. Mr. Krabs. Well, meanwhile, Krabs is telling Squidward what to do as being the manager of Krusty Krab 2. Then he sees King Neptune approaching. And he's really upset because he suspects Krabs stole his crown. Yeah. And before he could even execute him, SpongeBob, still looking like a drunk, comes in. Like, and because, like, tell him all what do you like about me and all that stuff like that. And so SpongeBob goes, I have worked with Mr. Krabs for many years and always thought he was a great boss. You see? A great boss. I now realize that he's a great big jerk. You know, I deserve that manager's job, but you didn't give it to me because you thought I'm a kid. Well, I am 100% man! And this man has something to say to you! Yeah, I don't want to try and do much of a raspberry there, okay? Because I don't want to get spit on the screen, thank you very much. So apparently, even after hearing a message that Chelsea, a mysterious place, has now got the crown, well, he's upset and Plankton's really enjoyed. So apparently, SpongeBob hereby accepts the challenge to getting the crown back. But unfortunately, in 6 days, once Patrick interferes, so apparently he freezes Krabs in place, and so Mindy helps out our two friends, and so off they go. They encounter like these crazy redneck dudes at the crossing line, and then the road to Shell saying they hear a bunch of bar with a bunch of thugs when it steals the patty wagon. Yeah, like. And Patrick, when they're about to leave, is like, hey, I thought you didn't have a license. And SpongeBob's like, you don't need to have a license to drive a sandwich. Oh boy, it's absolutely funny. So they manage to get through, this thug takes the vehicle, and etc., etc. They soon get back by trying to get into it, and Plankton's learned about what's going on. So apparently he's already got a vicious, cold-blooded predator after him named Dennis, voiced by Alec Baldwin. And well, after being caught in so many other situations, after getting through the thug tug to get the key back to their vehicle, they manage to encounter Mindy, who uses a sort of mermaid magic, which, well, I'm not going to say how that goes. That's one thing I don't want to give out. I will say it's very funny, and then they get ready to have like these like mustaches and what have you, and they soon face off with the weird monsters in a big place like what was that place called again, that episode? Oh, darn it, I can't remember. Sorry, everyone. But soon, they become friends with the monsters and okay, I'll call it, yeah, the trench. I still wish I could remember that place. But anyway, they counter the monsters in the trench and become friends. And of course, this comes into one of my other favorite things, the music. They do Now That We're Men, that's a good song. It does have some pretty good music, the movie does. Soon after that, they encounter Dennis and make a getaway from him, but soon they're caught by the weird Cyclops creature, this guy in the diving suit, and brings them up, and, well, they're caught, and well, I'm not going to try and give away how things go for them, because I don't want to spoil much more of this movie if you have not seen it, so I'm going to stop talking about what goes on next. But I will tell you the finale is real good. They meet David Hasselhoff, yes, doing his moves like in Baywatch. It takes them back to Bikini Bottom, but it's been turned to Plank Topless when Squidward learns of, well, Plankton finally getting his hands on the Krabby Patty recipe and creating brainwash helmets. Terrible. But the two heroes get back and save Mr. Krabs and the crown. But before so, Plankton's really even the score until SpongeBob breaks into the Goofy Goober Rock, which is pairing with the music of I Wanna Rock by Twisted Sister. But anyway, everything back to normal. SpongeBob becomes the manager for real. That's just another kind of thing I'm gonna give if you have seen this one. But if you hadn't seen this one and you disobeyed my warning, sorry. I warned you. You didn't listen. But anyway, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, despite being by Disney's National Treasure, which they happened to come out the same day, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie still proved to be a big success and remains one of Nickelodeon Movies' most successful flicks. Still, about over a decade later, SpongeBob returned to the big screen in the SpongeBob movie, A Sponge Out of Water, which I'll review that next year in order to promote the release of the next SpongeBob movie, which will be Sponge on the Run, which its trailer is now out. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and give it a look. It's a little different than this and the Sponge Out of Water. Anyway, and then of course it would also spin out a game series done by THQ, which isn't too bad. I never played it. I would have, but I had thoughts about it. Even though it was similar to the previous game that came before that, Battle for Bikini Bomb, which I did have that on PlayStation 2, and I heard it's going to get a remastered one, or should I say rehydrated version for current consoles next year from THQ Nordic. But if that does well, maybe they'll put out the SpongeBob movie game rehydrated as well. Or maybe not. Oh well. But anyway, would I recommend the SpongeBob SquarePants movie? Most definitely. If you're a SpongeBob fan, you will enjoy it and will laugh your crazy head off at this. Yeah. I really did enjoy this. It's kind of gone down a little bit on me, but nevertheless, I have respect for the movie, though. Still, it has great characters, great voice acting, etc., etc., etc. Now, please feel free to let me know what you thought about the SpongeBob SquarePants movie in the comments section. Did you like it or did you hate it? Let me know. Like and subscribe to my channel and be a part of the Big D Nation. And I'm still happy to say now I still need 2 subscribers to reach 150. If I can make it by next week, I'll try and get ready for a Q&A, which might not be until the end of the year, maybe, because I want to give everybody enough time to give me questions just before I even do anything. Okay? And join me again tomorrow when I finally get my chance to review both the first 2 Charlie's Angels movies, which I'm also happy to report I've heard my review of the brand new Charlie's Angels movie has been doing pretty well, actually. So, thank you. And I will also review Little Mermaid for the NES and Game Boy, both of which are the exact same game, but I'll explain when I review that. So, thank you again for watching, and until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.